Alright, we're live. Here we go. Alright, welcome to yet another Glenvale. And Glenvale is kind of like church. Every Sunday morning, except for the Cup weekend.
And we're going to have another race where we've got 3 cameras on board. We've got Bentley, Terence, and we've got
Nick White.
This
is Nick White's camera. This is my camera. And this is Bentley's camera.
You can see I'm on the phone, so you know, right at the wrong time, someone rang me, as always.
And first lap is usually neutral, but sometimes Jensen will take a flyer. He usually does take a flyer, actually. He's pretty good for that.
Now those that have been waiting for Jensen's race to come up, this is the race we've all been talking about lately. So it's now look at Jensen. He's got his straps on and he's wearing a camera on his chest. That truck's there again today, but it's in a different location, a little bit more open, and no diesel on the ground this time, Terence.
Yes, no diesel, and there goes the plough. There he goes.
The plough right is
full
ploughing.
Bicky send.
So we're coming down now, the first back straight of the day, of the race, and there goes Tommy Leaper. Good old Tom Leaper's out there already. The main players are staying back in the peloton at the moment because, let's face it, it is like church. You get the choir singing away, getting nice and loud, but everyone else is just still settling down into their stalls still. So we'll let Jensen and Tom go out and enjoy their choir.
Come on, bro. Come on, you just saw Tom Leaper right there, mate.
Oh, then who's...
That was me going off the front, you silly scalawagger.
Oh.
That was me folding.
Oh,
that's me there, buddy.
Oh,
Pay attention.
Gee, I didn't
even
realise.
Had too many cookies today, buddy. Had too many cookies.
Gotta have one,
yeah.
So is that Nick White chasing you guys down?
No, Nick White is not chasing. This is Nick White's camera here. So Nick White's in the peloton. I don't know who's actually chasing. This is Bentley's camera. So this is what Bentley's seeing, and then this is what I'm seeing here. So I'm chasing Jensen and Alex. The first lap. Alex Edney. Nice suburbia.
Yeah, nice
suburbia
yeah.
kit.
There we go. Sorry, I've just got brand new glasses and I was leaning back way too far.
This is what's happening behind. So very, very frantic at the moment now. Single line action, and it'll be single line action for the rest of the race pretty much. So every week, the trucks and cars are parked at different points at the crit, which is all very exciting.
But there is this one car, now keep it on this camera for a minute, there's this one car that turned up this week and we don't know anything about it, we don't know who it is or anything else of course, but look where he parked, completely illegal. I mean, you can't get more illegal than on the apex of a corner. I mean, that's just madness. Is it folding or is it just unfortunate? You tell us in the comments, people, we want to know. Do you reckon we're being trolled by these vehicles, or do you reckon it's just people that are not aware of what they're doing?
So I've measured across to this rig, but boring camera. Check back here. Look at Lombardi's Aero socks. They are some seriously long socks. Now this takes me back to a conversation where I've had with Perry making fun of Aiden. But are Aero socks worth it? You look a bit like a tool, but they're very slippery. They're very fast.
I wouldn't say that myself because, you know, I'm not going to say that about Lombardi. But if you want to call Lombardi a tool, Terence, you go right ahead. He's your front mate, not mine. So you can go right ahead and call
I
Lombardi.
reckon calling someone a tool should be considered a compliment nowadays because a tool has got a use to it. You can use tools. Tools are for utilities. If you want to call someone an insult, instead of saying tool, say rounded tool, rounded Allen key tool. I reckon that's a much better, much more specific insult to someone.
We're seeing a little
Kerry
bit.
looking back.
What's Kerry? Well, Kerry, what are you doing looking back, mate? What are you doing looking back?
Grace is in front of you, buddy.
And then that car frustrates me.
Oh, it was very frustrating. It was very annoying.
I did not bother going down to that day because I just didn't want to see that car. I stayed all up the top corners today, that day.
as the chase is pretty frantic, but except for the back, very chill. Barely pedaling up the hill. And it's time to race the cars down this downhill section. Can we beat the cars to the corner? No, they can't. They're doing about 80. So unfortunately for us.
I think they might be going a bit quicker than you. And we're coming up to corner number 2 and going deep into that corner. Terence, tell us about your corner number 2 action. How much do you enjoy corner number 2?
Oh, I love corner number 2. Every grade I've ridden in, has corner 2's had me pretty good. Happened in E grade, happened in D grade, happened in C grade, happened in B grade, and as we all know, happened in A grade last year.
So Terence likes to spend a bit of time on the tarmac. He enjoys having some asphalt in the mouth, but he's grown out of that now. He's grown out of that.
As the next person. But the reason I came down at that corner was because Pirelli tyres are useless. Pirelli tyres, I don't rate them. Don't rate the P0s.
There you go, Pirelli, you've got a challenge on your hands to
make a grippy tyre, buddy.
Make a grippy tyre.
Make a grippy tyre. That's kind of fast. I know they have a grippy tyre, the Sinatras or Centurias or whatever they are. I don't think they're that fast though. Victoria tyres, pretty quick. The courses, mind you, pretty quick, pretty grippy. That's it. That's GP 5000s, grippy tyre.
Saw someone getting a hug on the side there, Terence. Someone who's sharing the love on a Sunday at church. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
I think I saw it there as well.
There we go, right there.
Oh,
right there.
There it is.
Yeah, they've decided to part ways at the moment. They're not hugging anymore. So that's whose camera is that again?
Oh, I don't know whose camera this is, but these are Kerry Kanapis' calves. Where does Kerry's calves sit in the peloton? In the hierarchy. They're pretty juicy.
They're juicy. They've got lots of elastic action, mate. But
they're still pretty defined. They're pretty large.
No, not as defined.
Not quite Leaper spec.
Look at Leaper right in front of them. The Leaper calves are.
They're still number one.
Number one
at Glenvale at the moment.
Number 1 in the peloton.
What about CJ's? They're just too. They're just really lean.
They're skinny ones, mate. They're toothpicks.
Toothpicks. You heard it here first, CJ.
CJ, when are you going to do leg day? When are you going to do leg day, mate? Come on, bro.
Best number in the peloton, though. Best number.
Oh, you've actually got it upside down, CJ. Turn it around the other way next time.
Yeah. Best number in the peloton. Moving that head through the truck. Woo, taking every inch of road.
I know that you didn't crash that day into that truck, but bloody hell, mate. My heart just went into my mouth. I mean, whew.
Alright, who else? Okay, there's no other Carls in action at the moment.
I just saw the Bentley coming up through.
Oh, here it is. This is Bentley's. Yeah. This is Bentley.
Number one.
The club champion represent Bentley.
Hey, Bentley, you've got your number upside down as well, I think.
More Aero socks there. 2 Aero socks in a row. Geordie Villani and BT. More Aero socks are starting to take over the peloton here.
Maybe these kids have suffered the DVTs, Terence. Remember when I had to wear those long socks? Right up to my knees, Terence? I mean, they're almost up to their knees, but I'm not going to pick on them. I'm not going to say anything because I'm not racing at the moment, so.
Although, we got talking about cars like a minute ago.
Bit of a scratch there.
Bit of a scratch.
Yeah.
Butt scratcher.
Butt scratcher.
Family Guy reference for those that aren't initiated. But I reckon
he must have got it, mate, because he's not scratching anymore. He's done the scratching.
He's doing just racing, but not doing any training at all. Represent the no glasses as well. Surely now that Patrick's had a few races under the belt, his cars are starting to rival Leapers.
No.
They're much more defined than last week.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Week 100%. By week, they're getting better. I reckon.
100%.
If you plot his cars on a graph, exponential growth. So where does the exponential growth end?
Patrick, tell us in the comments, mate. You don't wear gloves.
I guess he does.
Sorry. You don't wear glasses. Sorry, you don't wear glasses.
Yeah, he doesn't wear glasses.
You only ride to and on the crits itself. Why do you wear gloves? Tell us. Do you need to wear the gloves? Are they comfortable? Oh, he's turning around to tell us already.
Well, mate, if you're doing a crit, you gotta have gloves on. Gloves on for crits. Gloves on for crits.
I agree. It's like
Adam Hands.
Click in, click on. Clip in, clip on.
Look at this bit of action here. Long single file line here at the moment.
We are just 10 minutes into a 1 hour race, and there's been a lot of action at the front, by the way, we haven't really been talking about. So let's get back into the race again, Terence. Who's moved right up the front there? I can see Bentley and a few others right up the front. What's going on?
I don't know who's off the front at the moment, but I'm following Bjorn and Cameron Hudson, I think, from Race Atlas. No, was it Lewis Bull? I think it's Lewis Bull. Look, that's Bully. That is Bully with the blue giant gloves on. Talking about gloves and aero socks today, and calves, as per usual. Camera 1. I don't know, I can't remember who's this one. I think this is Nick White's camera. Definitely Nick White's camera. CJ coming through the group. And then Bentley, this is what Bentley is seeing. There's in front of us, Fresh Crits. How do you go on Fresh?
Oh,
and
yeah,
then give a little gentleman's notice of I'm going to spit, so don't follow my wheel. It's got to do it. It's a gentleman's nice little thing to do. If you're going to spit, tell everyone that you're going to spit.
It's really a COVID signal these days, isn't it?
Well, we never really used to do it unless. Oh no, I think it was always a thing. Like you always.
Oh, it was always a thing.
Always a thing.
Always a thing, but I mean, it's even more so during COVID.
More so, yes. Depending on where you sit on the political spectrum.
Yeah, we sit dude on, so.
We sit on a spectrum, but it's up to you to decide for us. Because we talk about politics on this video.
Oh yeah, we've only been talking politics.
Only talking politics.
I mean, let's be honest here. Sock height is political.
It should be a political party called the Aero Sock Political Party.
Well, look, I hate to say this, CJ, but hang on, keep it on that angle for a second.
That's Geordie.
Oh, that's Geordie. I hate to say this, Geordie, but mate, the socks are too long.
I don't think they're too long.
The socks, no, sorry.
The socks cover most of his calf.
So how can we do a calf comparison? We can't. It's just there's
not feasible.
No, it's not. No.
Let's check this one out. Here we go.
There we go. They're socks. They're normal socks.
There's some normal socks. There's some classic white sock, white shoes, classic look. Although, there you go, white socks. Not white socks. White shoes and red socks.
He's at church and he's got everything on but a tie.
Perfect. Although he's got 2 numbers on. I think he's the only rider with 2 numbers on.
I never noticed that. Are you right? He's got 2 numbers on. Why have you got 2 numbers on?
Everyone's got one. And good shout out to the Carnegie Caulfield for actually making numbers that don't actually need to be, 5 hand widths and just a small number. This is actually like this is the best number I've ever seen.
CCCC, what I can say right now is the numbers are not flags on the back of the bike. They're not flags.
The best number I've ever seen in Australia. It's not large. It's perfect,
love those socks.
Perfect size.
See, we're talking about socks. I love those socks. They are nice socks. There's you in front. And
going past Leaper there, and those are some very colourful socks. Stop pedaling for a second, Steve, so you can get a very good look at them.
Steve, stop pedaling. Stop pedaling, Steve.
Steve. Are they flamingo? It's pink. I just can't tell what it is.
Steve, tell us what your socks are, mate. Send us a fit picture. We'll put it up on our socials. They are good socks. I like those.
Very nice socks.
But let's move back over to camera 1.
What's camera 1 doing? All right, we're way back down the line with Geordie still. Still down the line with Geordie. You can still pedal that, even though that car's there. It's not too far out of the way. So the person, if you're parked there on purpose, hopefully, fingers crossed, it's just, I just got drunk that night. I'm gonna park here. Not in the way at all. A grade, still chucking along. Without a hitch, without carbon. That was Kerry we just undertook there. What's happening at the front of the race here? So, for God knows reason, I'm on the front. I don't know why. There's probably a rider that's gone off the front. I'm not going that fast, so I'm not really wasting too much energy.
Who's at the roof? Is that you at the very front?
That's me at the very front. Let's see what I'm looking at. I think there's the breakaway's gone way up the road. Very boring camera.
Very boring camera.
Down the line here. Still Geordie. We're seeing Geordie. Surely there's got to be some more shake-ups here. What's this camera seeing? Alright, Steve's in the front here. So there's definitely a breaker up the road. I don't know who's in it. It was a week ago. I don't really remember. I was pretty tired. No memory recollection whatsoever. There's Bentley there. So there's a bit of games that we're playing at the moment of who's going to bring this good back. I think it is still Jensen as well. I think Jensen's still off the front with 3 others.
Yeah, I remember Jensen being off the front at one stage with the Leaper, with Tommy, but I don't remember what part of the race it was. I mean, we are literally 15 minutes into, we're 1/4 of the way in the race.
Almost running out of things to say, to be honest.
Well, not really, because we can talk about the churches that we can see in there, and we can talk about the lovely waterway and the bridge that we got going over right now. And oh, hang on, sorry, I'm looking at the Tour de France.
Yeah, so
footage.
What we need to do is we need to get a drone and then fly over this business district.
Oh, I reckon I could get a drone to chase you guys if I got one of those Matrix 200s, mate, and just fly it directly behind
we
us.
need an OnlyFans account so we can pay for that. So we're gonna.
What about your OnlyFans account? What about your OnlyFans page,
OnlyFans?
What about your OnlyFans?
And that money is going to be used to pay for a really big drone so we can follow the riders.
Go on, guys.
At Glenvale.
Go on, see if you can find TJ's OnlyFans page. Come on, guys.
See if you can find it. All right, so in front of us now is Pat O'Keefe. White socks, white shoes, very classic. White bibs,
top, yeah.
So white top, black bibs. Look at that, very classic looking attire he has.
And the only thing I
Good
can say,
calves as well. That's a great definition.
The
of calves.
only thing I can say looking at his butt right now is O. What's the O for?
Oh, that's peddler.
Oh
that's the
my.
peddler.
Oh gosh. Oh, time to pass.
I don't think it's an O. I think it's just a.
I know,
it's a circle.
it's a circle.
Just
I know.
just a circle.
I know.
You need to stop sexualising these riders, Dad. Sexualising all their calves. It's just wrong. Up near the front, I think here.
Okay.
So
you want me to talk about butts or calves? Okay, because I mean these are forward-facing cameras.
Wow, Geordie peddling all the way through that corner. Very smooth there, Geordie. Very smooth. Back down here, the line. In front of, just behind
So
CJ.
going from
There's
59
David.
to 69.
Oh yeah, that is true. Geordie Villani's wearing number 59, and CJ is having 69.
We got Aiden Buttigieg just in front of him there. What's the Aiden going to do today? He
does pretty much stuff all of this race. He does very little.
And he still takes on the sprint at the end.
Still takes on the sprint at the end.
So, for those that are not in the know, this race turned into 2 races for a simple fact. Oh, there's the dog barking away.
Woof, 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 dingo. And I still don't really know what's happening in this race, but I still think there's a breakaway that has gone up the road. Still, I think it is still Jensen. But it did have like 20 seconds at one point. 22 seconds.
Yeah, it was pretty far out. I mean, I did shout numbers from the side at one stage, but then everyone turned around and said, "Shh, come on, let the race just play out the way it is." That's our dog barking at the lawnmower woman, so, you know. We can't, TJ and I can't mow the lawn. We both suffer chronic hay fever. We go past someone who's mowing their lawn and we're crying by the time we've gone past them. It's just shocking. I wish I could mow the lawn, but, you know.
Like we need a new lawnmower person.
You need a new lawnmower person.
If you low mawns, hit us up.
If you low mawns.
If you
low mawns.
No, if you mow lawns.
There we go.
Bloody hell. What a brain fart that one was. Back to the race. Behind Dylan Proctor Parker, the young gun who's on the young gun track racer, riding for the Oliver kit, Oliver attire. One of the only NRS teams around still. Oliver.
But they are changing names soon, or at least changing sponsors. So we don't know much about what's going on with them. There goes Tommy Leaper, going past Tommy Leaper right now in the Cannondale.
I'm a bit lost for words for what you were trying to say there, Dad. But Oliver's is got a new sponsor. Oniver is the title sponsor.
Oniver. Sorry. I thought you were talking about.
No. They're very similar names, but you just got to be clued in, buddy.
Oniver. Okay, I didn't even know.
Oniver. They're cycling kit maker, and they sponsor a team.
Oh, I didn't even know. There you go. How's that? I didn't know. NRS team?
Yeah, they're National Road Series team.
Oh, right.
Oliver, they're from Sydney. That's why you don't know them.
Oh,
He's one of the. Him and Jack Marshall race for Oliver.
Oh.
So
Oliver, your bike? Like, you know, on your bike?
you just sound like
Oliver,
you just sound like an idiot now.
On your bike? Oliver, your bike?
Yeah, it's probably for that, but
Maybe
now
it's a silent. Maybe it's a silent.
now you're just annoying me.
So it's on your bike.
So CJ's on the front here drilling it. I think he's drilling it. He's pushing it. Definitely pushing it at the moment.
There you go. There's your rotors up the road, and you are catching them again.
Let's see
now.
who they are.
That is definitely.
They had a very big. Remember, if you were looking before, they had almost a straight, basically all the length of a straight, and so finally bringing them back.
And that's definitely young Jensen Pearl right up there. Definitely trying to get some very boring footage for Fresh Crits. Sorry, Fresh Crits, you would have got some very boring footage of them at that time of the race. And we're going past that truck. Oh, I'm glad the truck isn't parked further down like it was the previous week though. I mean, it's in a much better, that's a different truck in a much better position. And now we're definitely catching up with that breakaway now, Terence. We're definitely seeing more of them.
Yeah, so that's the funny thing about, so as you know, a lot of the teams are starting to fold, and so a lot more riders are riding for themselves. So it makes these local crits a lot more interesting because there's no like 5 riders in this team and 6 riders in that team, and then 3 riders in the other team, which
we
makes
have 2 bridge lane riders.
There are only 2 riders, yeah? There's
Yeah.
2 riders. We're in Inform and Cycle House and Oliver's and Bridge Lane and all these other teams that had like, you know, they had 4 riders in this crit and they had 4 riders. It made things very interesting.
Indeed it
And
did, yeah.
played a role in team tactics. Now with all these individual riders, it also changes the game quite a lot, and it makes a lot more.
There we go. There's the
selfish
breakaway
riding.
being swallowed up right now. Breakaway's gone. It's now all back together again. There's Jensen on the right hand side of your screen, going past the truck right now.
Let's have a look. See, there he is. There, he's been. They've
been swallowed.
Alex and he's been swallowed up.
Yeah. So that was a good breakaway there. It lasted for quite a while. A good 10 minutes of the race. But it had to
22 minutes, Dad. Give him some credit. He went off from the gun.
10 minutes, I said. They've been out for a good 10 minutes.
20 minutes. They went out from the gun.
Oh, did they go? Oh,
They went from the gun.
I thought Jensen was there for a bit.
No, it went from the gun. It was a 20-minute breakaway. More than 20 minutes from the start of the race.
Okay.
I'm glad I'm paying attention.
Well, I'm like the person in Tour de France that comes along and yabbers away for a little bit and then goes away again, and you don't see him till the end of the race. So, you know.
Like the GCN race pass sort of thing, but
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I guess I'm comparing ourselves to the GCN race pass.
There we go.
Kudos to us.
Kudos to us. Exactly.
Ryland Mosby in front of us. 99 bikes kit on a nice Merida Reacto. What about that? White and black shoes with black socks. What do you reckon about that?
Classic.
Half and half.
Classic and beautiful, and the way to go. That is the way to go.
White and black shoes with black socks. You heard it here, folks. That's the way to do it. Eduardo's. That's how to do it in Eduardo's books. Lots of counterattack action at the moment. Flying through, threading the needle.
See, the thing is that when you go past that truck, you really get a feeling for the speed. And as you go into the corners, you don't get the feeling of speed because it's just more open. The corners are more open. So you really get a feeling for speed as they go through and past the trucks. And especially the truck in after corner number 1. It just feels tighter, feels like less distance, and feels like it's happening a lot faster.
This is dangerous, by the way. Bentley and CJ both off the front, which should be causing some big alarm bells. The sirens should be ringing in everyone's ears as two of the best riders have just gone off the front soloed. Wow, not soloed. They're now together with Cameron Hudson. No, hang on, no, not quite. This is Nick White's camera. This is what they're seeing. Nick White's doing a lot of the chasing right now, and Bentley's on the front, going around the corner. So big gaps being formed here at the minute. I'm making sure Kerry brings me back to this little chasing group that is forming. And alarm bells are definitely starting to be quite deafening, as this trio, maybe, not, what's, instead of saying trio, what do you say for four? Quattro? No. Quad group?
Quartet.
There
we go.
Quartet.
And no, guys, it wasn't delayed looking it up. I was staring at Terence going, you don't know what a quartet is?
The quartet, yes. At least I know, at least I'm paying attention to the time code, so that's fine. Fine by me.
I know, we're up to 25 minutes of a 1 hour race. I mean, we're not even at the halfway mark yet, and we've had one massive attack with one group that was out the front for ages, and now we've got another group out the front. And from the sideline, if I remember, that's all it was. All day long was an attack group with an attack group with an attack group. Even at the end, it was a group off the front that actually took the race in the end.
Spoiler alert. So this is Lewis Bull absolutely pinning it in
That's
the gutter.
not a spoiler. Spoiler would be me telling you who was in the finish.
Very annoying.
Okay, guys, in the comments, tell everyone, am I annoying or not? And if I am annoying, then I will keep being annoying because, you know, that car was going too slow. Oh.
Watch out, Bentley is coming through, Mr. Carr. As this trio, it's just a trio, but this is a very dangerous trio.
So how many people in the trio?
4.
You know,
and there goes Bentley. Sorry, not Bentley. There goes Jensen. Gee, that was a bad word slip by me. Woo, dang, I'm tired. So there goes the gents, and no one's followed, and everyone's too tired. Must have been a very difficult race. Ryland goes to the front now, going, oh, okay, I better.
Okay.
It's my turn.
The analogy of this being church. This is the solo singing of the choir. One person of the choir that's singing the song of praise that we're going around the corner on church day.
Yep. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, because I've shouted you from church.
I've been a couple of times. I can say I've been a couple of times, not to a Greek Orthodox church. So they're a bit
What
different.
has Tom got in his pockets? Go back to camera 1 for a minute. That looks like something. Oh no, we've lost them already.
We've lost Tom. Tom's in camera 2. Let's flip over to camera 2. What did you see out of Tom's pockets? Was it a Red Bull? Was it a gel?
No. I'm not talking about Tom Lombardi. I'm talking about Tom Leaper.
Tom Leaper. That's okay.
Camera 1.
Back to camera 1. Let's see if we can find Tom. What did you see? There he is. There.
He's got something in his left-hand pocket.
Could it be a gel? What could be? What did it? What?
Could be his high vis. Tom, what do you have in your back pocket, mate? So there's something there.
Oh, probably. Well, he was marshalling B grade, so it's probably
it's probably his high vis.
High vis vest.
Yeah.
Carrying extra weight.
Drafting off Tom is that's just unfair, man. Oh, hang on, that wasn't you drafting off Tom.
No, this is Nick White's camera. So Nick White was drafting off Tom. This is Margie here, and Bentley.
Sorry, dad noises.
Dad noises.
I won't do typical dad noises, but that was a dad noise.
So
look at that! Look at that sprinting action! My God!
There goes Dylan, going pretty full Bicky to catch up to this little group up here.
See, talking of dad noises, I could actually always go to the toilet right now, Terence, and take the mic with me. I mean, that would be dad noises to me. I mean, that would be pretty bad.
I don't know why that you brought that up unprompted.
Because we've got no churches, we've got no farms, and we've got no bridges to talk about.
We've got trucks and we've got people on Springvale Road to talk about. Alright, so
Can I just say one thing? Can I just say one thing here though? Seriously. Look at the lawns as you go around. Some of them are so neat and tidy, and some of them are absolutely overgrown. Now, someone should get down there and offer to mow those lawns down there and keep them up to date all the time at the same level. That would be nice.
Yeah, we can't do that though, so someone else look for us. Just for the video. For the video, bro! Alright, so back to camera 3. Looks like this is Bentley's camera. They're still off the front. And we know they're still off the front because Bentley's on the front. Drilling it pretty hard. So Tom Leaper, what a man. He's hitting it pretty hard.
Is this the new breakaway here, or is this the one going?
No,
over
this
the
is
breakaway?
the
catching
Peloton.
breakaway.
This is the Peloton. These people are chasing the
Yeah,
the
but
breakaway.
eventually Tom does get on to the front group and does have a lead out.
Whoa, what a hero turn being pulled by the rider in the Bendigo outfit. Watch out. Let's see this hero turn be brought to fruition. Not quite. Good, that was a good effort to go on the front. Kudos to that man.
C grade, A grade passing.
Let's get a view of that.
Yeah, keep it on camera one for a moment. Let's have a look at this as we go down the line for C grade. Look at that.
Big Dave.
These guys are doing really, really well. They're working their way through the grade like they should. There's nothing wrong with being in C grade, guys. Keep your work together and you'll be in the B grade and A grade soon. And then you'll be racing against the playwright.
Yeah.
Look at him go. Deep into that corner and off he goes down the straight. This is the breakaway, is it, TJ?
No, this is still the Peloton.
It's still the
Oh
Peloton.
no, I think this is the breakaway. No, this is the breakaway. Jensen,
Yeah,
Jensen
yes,
bridged
it
up
is the
to
breakaway. Yes, yep.
Jeez, I'm falling asleep now. Daddy-O is fucking putting in work, keeping an eye on what's happening in the race. This is the Peloton here. Paddy Drapac on 36 spokes wheels. What a man.
Why is 36? I have 36 spokes on my bike.
Yeah, but going to a race with effectively zero wheels, like they're not even, there's no dish to that. They're probably they're the slowest wheels I've seen at a Glenvale in 6 years.
You should explain to them how he keeps winning.
I don't know how he keeps winning. He's just that good.
He's just that
good.
You heard it from us first. Pat Drapac is just that good.
Everyone is rocking race wheels. Everyone's got the race wheels on. I reckon that's part of the reason why Glenvale is just like a lot faster. The A grade. I don't know if it's true, but A grade feels like it's gotten a lot faster of recent, and that could be because of people flicking on their race wheels.
Now we're coming up to 32 and a half minutes of a 1 hour race. 1 hour plus 3 laps, so we've got a long way to go yet.
Long way to go, and this breakaway is just still so far ahead of us at the moment. Of us, I mean, in the Peloton. This is a very, very deep chase at the moment to bring this group back.
And there's me there holding the pocket. Where's the pocket footage?
It's coming, chill.
Man, I hang out there holding the pocket, knowing that you guys could rip it out of my hands at any moment.
Okay, I only used it once. Only used it once. It was only good that one time.
Oh, that's rough.
It's
Well,
alright.
hopefully everyone got to the photo album and got a few photos for themselves. And feel free and be, we want you to be welcome to use our photos. Just tag us in when you use them. The watermark is not too strenuous on it. We do have a watermark on them, but you're welcome to use the photos.
That's just
make sure you tag us in.
if it gets picked up by Channel 9, we want them to contact us. That's the only reason.
Yeah, that's correct. Yes.
That's the only reason. When Channel 9 picks up photos from these crits, we want them to really put some airtime. This should be up with the AFL. With airtime as the AFL.
It really should. I mean, I don't actually understand why the TV cameras don't come down to church on Sundays or out to National Boulevard on Saturdays or Drake Boulevard over in Footscray or Altona, fair enough. Why we have to watch cricket during summer? I mean, cricket during summer, it's just cricket. This is far more entertaining, far more fun, and so much more happening. And the worst you'll see in cricket is someone take a ball and go in the old private areas.
The family jewels.
The family jewels, but cycling, you can see some other different things and things that you don't want to see and talk about, but yet they do happen and we all know about it. So who's that boring camera there, Terence?
So this is my camera.
Your boring camera?
My boring camera, and Jensen and CJ, and I don't remember the other guy. I can't remember the other guy's name. I can't remember what kit he's wearing. Is this too dangerous to have up the road? You know, you can't leave. You can't leave that up the road.
You were chasing them down. Now you've got people coming past you to help you out, chase them down.
The peloton is actually working pretty well together.
Yeah.
So this new dynamic of the NRS of being very, very little teams and a lot of individual riding has really changed local crits at the moment. Back to what it was like maybe 8 years ago. Long time ago. I wasn't even in A grade back then. Back in the Charter Mason days.
And Drapac.
And the Drapac days. And Budget Forklifts.
Yeah.
Remember that team?
Yeah.
They were absolute weapons, that team.
African Wildlife
Safari. Canyon Riders Down Under. They were the glory days. Absolute glory. And then they had the VIS as a National Road Series team. And they had the New South Wales Institute of Sport. And they had the Queensland Institute of Sport as NRS teams.
And now we've got 8 teams if we're lucky, and we don't even know where we sit right now for 2023. I am truly upset about this, guys.
It is quite an interesting time for bike racing. We all thought as soon as COVID was more or less done. I mean, it's not done. It's never going to be done. But you know, in the terms of like lockdowns and like and rules, basically almost all gone. And we thought as soon as that happens, like racing's back on. There's gonna be heaps of racing, heaps of teams, heaps of riders, heaps of entries. But we haven't really seen that boom quite happen just as yet.
Yeah, don't worry, Avi Yemeni still thinks that we're all restricted and we can't do anything. And in America, they talk about us having drones that make sure we go home. I mean, seriously, they say...
That was said in the news.
Yeah, in American news, that we have drones that fly over us to make sure that we go home.
At the moment, they believe that as they're cookers. They don't even know that. Yeah, I don't know what to say to that.
America, mate. Oh, I mean, come on. You Americans, you've
There's
got to...
There's 353 million of you. Some of you are good. Comment on the videos.
Most of you are good. Look, comment. Let us know if you're watching this in America.
Yeah.
And tell us about your cooker politicians. Let's talk about politics for a moment. Let's talk about your cooker politicians over there. Your crazies, your numbskulls, your Marjorie Taylor Greens, and your DeSantis and all that sort of stuff. And if you think that I'm wrong and they are good politicians, you tell me in the comments why you think so. But to us, they are cookers.
Yeah, they're cookers. Anyway, bit of negative racing at the moment. Everyone's still packing it up. Everyone's gone to have a coffee. So everyone's parking it up as a new breakaway is starting to form off the front of the road. So there goes Lewis Bull and Josh Brooker. So they're going off. They're going as a duo to catch another duo.
Bentley looks like he's lining himself up and looking back at the peloton, and he's up to something. You can see he's up to something. He's having a chat with, probably
having a chat with Jensen as he was having a swig of his water bottle.
But Jensen's decided to go at it again.
And
there you go. There's the entire peloton back together again. No one's out. Everyone's together. Time for a cafe stop, I think. Was it time for a cafe stop, TJ? Or what
I think so. Oh, not quite yet. Not quite yet, because there's still someone on the front setting a good tempo. Let's see who's made this breakaway. Let's see if we can find out who's in it. I don't actually remember it because there's so many really almost quite successful breakaways that literally just got brought back by a few people starting to do some really big turns. Not quite. I don't know who's quite off the front. So we'll find out very soon.
I'm pretty sure this was everyone together.
There's a group off the front.
There we go. There is 3 off the front.
Group off the front.
Is that possibly the Tom Leaper group that I saw off the front?
Could potentially be that group.
Yeah, yes. I can't see Tom Leaper in any of the cameras here. I am pretty sure that's Tom Leaper gone off the front. I'm pretty sure he gets joined at some stage by the plough.
No, not quite. This isn't that breakaway, unfortunately.
That's not
I'm not too sure what breakaway you're referring to. Maybe the plough does bridge to this one. Again, there's a lot of action in this race, as usually.
As every race, there's a lot of action happening. Here's If we go to camera 1, we've got number 69 again. I've changed my mind. Don't put your number upside down because it would be 690 for your flag on your bike anyway. And
Where's you get the 690 for if you put it upside down?
well, it's actually 069. See, it's
069.
069. So it puts upside down at 690. So, well, his number on its back would still be 69.
Yeah. Moving past that debacle, looks like Ryland is starting to bridge the entire Paladin back. Takes a turn off the front, and then the two bridge lane riders, their turn to let's see what they can do. Let's see if they can bring this back. They've got a good gap. They've got a fairly good margin. Now it's usually at this point of the race where another YouTuber, another guy on the YouTube who races bike, could start to give advice about crit racing. What to do in this situation, what to do in that situation, how to be good, how to get wins. Unfortunately, I don't really know because I'm still figuring that out. Sometimes I can't figure it out myself. So this is that point of the race where I'm going to give you some advice. I think it's my
unsolicited advice.
I think it's my turn to start giving out some free advice.
Do you know how to win at the crits? How to win money at the crits?
How do you win at this Glenvale crit?
I can tell you how to make sure you win money at the Glenvale crit.
How do you do that?
Well, don't race it. You keep the money in your pocket.
There you go. You heard it here, folks. Don't race.
But you know how I really feel about don't racing? I love the races. I think they're exciting. I still go to the races, even though I haven't raced in 6 years. Love the racing.
You did this in Killer Race like 5 years ago.
Did I?
Yeah.
Far out. Can't remember.
4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Yeah, I did it with Heath.
Oh yeah.
In one of the last years of the White Street Criterium.
That's right. I did
at
that.
Port Melbourne.
I did it because I knew it was coming to an end.
Yeah. Bring back White Street crits. That was some of the best racing there.
Now there's our friends.
I think this
friends
is
in C-grade again.
Yeah. So the front of the Pello.
Now let's just stay on one camera for a minute while we overtake the Pello.
Let's see that as we overtake C-grade.
Yeah, this is Bentley's
potentially
camera.
the worst place to try and pass C-grade is through this corner here, where on the exit there's cars on either side parked.
So everyone's yelling, move over, move over, move over, and there's nowhere really to move over to. Here we go, we're going to follow through on the gap, and if I remember correctly, it takes almost right round to the other side to get past C-grade at this stage, because they were actually hoofing it. They were not slouching these laps, they were actually getting right into it. You see a few people bouncing. Guys, in C-grade, I'm going to give you some unsolicited advice right now. Bounce less, and you will actually have more power. Look at the difference between A grade and C grade. Look at number 19 in C grade bouncing when he's pedaling, and look at number 40. Not a single bounce. It's just pure power straight in. You bounce less, you will get more power, guys. It's as simple as that.
And a less sore back.
And less sore back, and less sore bum too. So we're coming back up to the top, up to corner number 1. And it took a long time to get past C-grade. They were racing, they were hoofing it. They've got 3 laps to go. And we've still got 15 minutes of this race to go. So we've still got a long time to finish off this race.
And a lot can happen as we go past. Look at that, we're beating these cars on Springvale Road. That's how fast we're going. Bentley going pretty quick around that corner. Number 1. Club champion.
So down we come down the straight, and Bentley's just going past everyone. He's gone, I've had enough of this. I want to go home today. I want to take the win. I'm going to go and drag these people all back in, and I'm not going to muck around anymore. And he definitely does not muck around. So if we go to his camera, number 3, we will actually see TJ go, oh, sorry, not TJ, we'll see Nick White going past him. So Nick White's camera. There's Nick White's camera. There's TJ's camera.
Boring view. And then, yeah, so there's not much to say apart from that there's a breaker up the road, and the peloton is chasing pretty hard. The riders and the peloton are chasing pretty hard. So it's been really, really good in terms of keep these individual riders working together with a common goal of bringing back this breakaway.
Corner 2.
My favourite corner of all time. Perfect.
Round trucks. Look at that. And not even near the cars. I mean, plenty of room. Plenty of room. So if they are trolling, they're doing a bad job of it, which is good.
I come through in the front. As you can see, there's quite a large gap to this trio, or maybe quartet run. It's hard to see on the GoPros because everything looks further. Wait, everything looks further away than it is on the GoPro, or everything? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks further away.
Everything looks further away than it actually is. Camera 1. Let's see what's happening here. So this is Nick White's camera. Best sock game goes to me. Batman. Batman. Best socks. And Nick White's just letting more riders come through. He doesn't want to go on the front. Let's see what Pat's up to. What are you up to, Pat? What are you doing? So he's working a lot. He's working a lot in this race. Number 3. Let's see what's happening in number 3. Racing the cars down Springvale Road. Do we see anything interesting happening on the road? No, nothing quite interesting. Not many pedestrians actually walk in this area, which is unfortunate. No real pedestrians can just stumble across the race. Oh wow! I want to watch this.
And it's in a funny location as well.
That's where Albert Park Lake Crit's good for. Yeah. People can just be stumbling along, going for a walk along around the lake and see, why are these Muppets going around in hot dogs?
It's a really good point, St Kilda. When are we going to get the crits back? Come on, let's pull our fingers out and get the crits back. I don't see why St Kilda, the largest club in Australia, or at least Victoria these days, can't get their crit act together. Come on, guys, time to get that, get those permits sorted out and get that road closed for a Saturday or a Sunday morning. Saturday morning's good to get the crits out and have a hot dog down at the
It'll be very difficult to compete with Carnegie Caulfield at the moment on a Sunday. Maybe have one on a Friday. What about a Friday crit?
Friday. Oh!
We forgot about
There's
that.
Jensen down. Oh, 47 minutes. There's the Jensen down. And we have got some other footage of that. So we will definitely be, after we post this, we'll definitely be posting some other footage that we've got of that. We've got rider down in a bad way. The rest of the peloton, most of the peloton slows down and has a look. But there is a front group that actually has got away and they are staying out. And we won't see them for the rest of this race, spoiler alert, because the rest of the peloton actually decided to calm down after the crash and they wanted to see what was going on. A little bit of a tip here, the footage and the photos, Jensen got back up off the ground, and so did the other rider. I can't remember who the other rider was.
Dallas Cameron from Race Atlas.
Dallas Cameron, yep. They came off the road and got out of the way, and the race did continue. So a few seconds after everyone was told to calm down, we saw that the race started up again, and the commissaire was saying, guys, get racing, it's time to race.
Yes, well, the majority of the peloton wasn't too sure if racing was going to continue, seeing as though that they saw, there's a group of, that was the leading breakaway right there. Tom Lombardi, Tom Leaper, Aiden, and I'm not too sure what the other guy's name is, sorry. There was an ambulance on the course as well, so a lot of the riders were not too sure whether or not we're going to get the yellow flag.
Yep, correct.
And there was yellow flags out, so we weren't too sure if we had been neutralised. Aero had to get a bad rap for not stopping at the neutral sign, but you know, sometimes we do. And
C-grade had finished, so C-grade was already off the course at that stage.
There's still some riders down though, however. They came down in the last lap. There was some different crashes on the last lap.
Yes, yeah, yeah, spoiler alert.
Yeah, it was not for this race though. Did you get footage of the C-grade finish? Can't be a spoiler alert. So, all tranquil at the moment. All tranquil. Nothing much happening at the moment. As this breakaway that was up the road they're just up the road now. They've got like a minute.
That's the second crash there. That's the Seagrave crash on the last lap. So everyone's going, what the hell do we do? What do we do now? And there was mass confusion on the road. The corner staff didn't know what to do. The corner marshals didn't know what to do. They were holding down the red flag, so they weren't sure to lift it up or not. And as you can see, this group will come round in a minute. They'll ask the commissaire, is the race still on or not? And you should be able to see the results from the commissaire. If we stay on one camera for a moment, we will see the commissaire going, come on guys, race. So the race was back on pretty much straight away. Here we come up to the commissaire's van, the commissaire's location, commissaire's tent.
And he's
yelling out, race. And you come up to the corner here and you'll see Jensen's already off, and so is Cameron, yep.
He also, insult to injury, blew a tyre as he came down.
Yeah, which is a puff of smoke. If you go back, I know you've already gone back and seen that crash like 5 times by now, but if you see a puff of smoke when that happens, that's actually his his puncture protection blowing out the side of the wheel, the wheel, as he came over the top of Jensen. By the way, Jensen rode home after that.
Yeah, it's a tough cookie. Nothing stops the plough. And if you live in a place where there is snow, the plough just keeps on going. It doesn't stop. This doesn't stop. If there's snow on the road, the plough goes through. If you're on a farm, and
look at Patrick. Look at Patrick right now. Patrick's going, I'm not sure how hard I'm going to race right now. I'm not comfortable right now. He's looking like he's going, I'm not 100% with it, but I'm going to carry on doing what I'm doing. And none of these guys were in for the sheep stations. All of these guys were already out of the winning contention. There were 4 up the road.
And they had about a minute at this point because the peloton slowed down so much.
And none of them had our camera on them.
None of them had the camera.
None of them had a camera. I was actually surprised any of them actually managed to win because none of them had one of our cameras.
No, that's unfortunate. Kind of throws a wrench into our graph.
Don't tell anyone. Remember, guys, if you wear a camera, you're going to podium with us. Wear one of our cameras, you're going to podium. Of course, if we have 4 cameras out and there's only 3 winners, it's very hard for you.
They do a 4 picture podium sometimes. But
well, I'm hoping to have 5 cameras out eventually.
Imagine 5 cameras. That would be
6 cameras.
Beauty. 6 cameras.
Oh, 4 cameras and 2 rear cameras. That would be the
4
dream.
front and 2 rear. That's what we want.
That's the dream,
so
guys.
If you're watching this video throughout the entire thing, I think it's time for you to put a camera on. If you already have a camera on, thank you very much. Time to get some more. Maybe we should even have a rotating roster.
Oh, that would be the way to do it.
That would be the way to do it.
A-grade rotating roster.
Yeah. So you rostered on for that week. We'll send it out. We'll send out a Google spreadsheet, and we'll put on. All right, this week you're on the GoPro 11. This week you're on the GoPro 10.
And the way we'll do it is if you're on the roster, then we'll make sure the rest of the peloton lets you have a win.
Yeah. Bust out the GoPro 7s. Bust out the Osmo Actions.
Bust out the sessions.
We'll just get a DJI versus GoPro.
With some Shimano,
maybe
rear
a Shimano
cameras?
rear camera, maybe. But they're not quite as good quality as the GoPros.
No, but they were amazing quality.
They were very good cameras.
Yeah,
they ran for like 2 hours. Those ones.
Yeah, they lasted whole races.
They lasted a long time. Those Shimanos.
Now, do remember that the ambulance was just up here a little while ago. I think it's already left this area. It's still there. Still there. Okay. So they were kept busy the rest of the day. It was quite unfortunate, but that's the way.
Let's thank our first aiders and our medics and our
first responders.
Our first responders. So thank you all for coming to this race and supporting coming to local racing and making sure that we're all okay.
And thanks to all the first responders that have had to deal with the situation we've been in for the last 2.5 years. we do appreciate all the work that our first responders do. And whether it's flooding, fires, pandemics, the first responders are heroes. Thank you very much for all the work you do.
Thank you all.
So, we're coming to the pointy end of this race. I think I just saw a sign up saying how many minutes to go.
How many laps to go?
How many laps to go? I should say how many laps?
About 3 laps to go, I think.
Yeah.
Not much. Oh, a lot is starting to happen, but nothing for the win. Unfortunately.
Nothing for the win from these 3 cameras. Unfortunately, these 3 cameras. One of them is a boring camera at the moment.
That's my camera being a bit boring.
Yeah.
And then this camera here, following Patrick around, and this camera here following Nick around. Almost a train of the view.
And what we do know is Tom Leaper and Aidan Buttigieg, and who else was there, Terence?
Tom Lombardi, and then I'm not too sure the other guy's name.
Yeah. We all knew they were up the road, so did these guys. They actually got lapped by them while they were trying to figure out what to do. So these guys have all had 1 lap down, and in the reality of it, but for a good reason. There was just so much confusion out there. Obviously, the 4 off the front had no idea what had happened. They didn't even know about the crash. But here we go. We've got 2 to go. So we're down to 2 to go. 2 to go, Terence. 2 to go.
2 to go. And yeah, I guess it was, depending if you wanted to get 4th or not. The race was up for grabs.
5th.
5th. If the race was up for grabs. If you wanted 5th.
If you wanted 5th, the race was yours to get 5th.
And yeah, they're nowhere to be seen. They are so far up the road. It's not even funny how far up the road they are. We're probably very close to being lapped again.
No, you weren't. No. I can say that you were not close to being lapped again. They were at least half a lap ahead of you, but you were holding your own to that. And yeah, we knew that you were. We knew everything that happened on the road. We could tell what had happened. So it was just unfortunate. Just
talking about laps and being lapped. When there were heaps of teams that would rock up, you know, teams of 4 or 5, and you had 4 teams that had like 3 riders or 4 riders. There wasn't much of a breakaway. There wasn't many instances. I don't think there was one instance where a rider or a couple of riders did lap the field, because there's just too many teams that would not let that happen, and the teams would not allow a group of like 4 riders from an opposing team to get in a breakaway. With all these more individual riders now, the option and the ability and maybe the luck of the draw for a breakaway to actually lap the field is back on the cards.
Well, the whole idea of teams working together and riders working together is really limited to the type of race. Now, as you say, the teams have disappeared predominantly from the crits. So that leaves riders to ride and work together, individual riders, and that means that you're 100% right. The chances of lapping the field is back on the cards, because all you need to do is get some riders to decide to work together, and they can take on the entire field.
Especially if there's 1 or 2 riders who are really good and get left behind, and the other riders just look to them to do all the work. That could be 30 seconds, 40 seconds of milling around, and that could be enough to get out of sight, out of mind, and then bling blang blam, there's a lap peloton.
Bling blang blang.
Bling blang blang. There's your lap peloton. Unfortunately, that didn't happen today. I mean, they did lap the field, but that was because of some confusion of there goes the bell.
There's the bell lap. We're on the bell lap. It's amazing how much shit we can talk in 1 lap, isn't it? It's amazing how much shit we can talk in 1 lap. But everyone here has turned it on. Look at this. Everyone here has turned it on. They've decided they want 5th. They've decided they want that sheep station. You know, the little one just over the horizon. And off they go. They are actually burning it up for this last lap. Everyone's decided, well, there's nothing else we can do. We might as well just dig deep and go hard.
get practice sprinting for the next bunch kick for the next week.
I mean, literally, they decided to go hard and go home.
Go hard and go. Yep. Most of the riders clear off pretty quickly after the race.
They do.
They get the coke, they get the solo, and they kick off.
We've barely had time to talk shit, and they're already down on corner 3, corner 4. Here we go, round corner 4. Nice deep swing around corner 4, pedaling hard to get back home, and
Not quite. No sprint from the steep station.
bang. That's it. It's all over Red Rover. Everyone's had their dash, and
That was the race.
that was the race. And Jensen raced again on Wednesday. So for those watching overseas or those who know who Jensen Plowright is, the plow was racing again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on social media and the Click Online on Instagram and on Twitter and Facebook. And we will see you at the next race, won't we, Terence?
Oh, we definitely will.